Hello, welcome those on YouTube and Twitch. We're dual broadcasting tonight. Welcome, hope everyone is good, hope everyone is having a good weekend.
As a duly designated representative of the city, I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin or to the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
Thank you, Mania. Thank you for the resub. Everyone, hope you're good. Thank you for the emotes and everything else. Tonight the plan is we've got IconjureTV joining us again to discuss. Tonight we're going to discuss the equipment we use on ghost hunts and investigations. I have got a little bit on haunted dolls, which will put the heebie-jeebies in majority of people, from what I gather. And then I have done a quiz for a bit of a laugh. So let me say the welcomes. Welcome Scotty, Mania, Kiki, Shell Witch, 1981. Welcome. Right. Fragmatic. Welcome. If you want to put that call through now, feel free. If you're home. If not, I have got something about some haunted dolls which I can do quickly if I can find it. Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. So right, let's just close that. Be right back. I'm just going to put this on the screen and then I will go through this while we wait for iConjure guys to turn up. Right, I've made a PowerPoint presentation. Oh yes, we have done it. Right, so let me just quickly take my mug off. Actually, let me see if I can. Right, I've got to do this, otherwise you can't see. So haunted dolls. I'll get the freaky bit out first, because I know a lot of people don't like that. It's fine, Mania. I've got it's fine. Could you send that call through again, mate? Because I didn't catch that. Or do you want to do the PowerPoint first? This is the question. Bev, welcome. Welcome, Bev, to your mother. Welcome. Hope everyone is good. Right. Now, we could do the call, or I could do the haunted doll bit first. I know some of you don't want to do the haunted doll thing, but let's get the let's get the other voice communications in. And hopefully he can hear me this time, and we can hear him.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Sweet, and I think we can hear you as well, which is good. How are you, sir? How is everything?
Very good, very full. You?
Good. Yes. Full and ready to go. We have a little PowerPoint presentation. Won't take long. It'll only take 5 minutes ago. I just want to freak everyone out. I just want to freak everyone out in chat, basically.
It's a good start.
Yeah, I just want to scare the living crap out of everyone watching. So right, haunted dolls. What's your view on the whole haunted objects thing?
I'm very open to it all. Like, if people say, I mean, I've watched The Conjuring, but regarding haunted items, I'm open to it. If someone come to me and said this is a haunted item, you know what? If I trusted that person, I would believe him.
Fair enough. Well, this is probably the most famous haunted item. This is probably the most famous haunted doll that I'm aware of is Annabelle. Now, Annabelle, this is the Hollywood Annabelle with the little mousy bit, and this is the real Annabelle. Now, personally, I find the real Annabelle a lot more creepy. To me, the real Annabelle is a lot more creepy than the Hollywood Annabelle.
Looks like that not the cartoon, that child's program.
Yeah, it's a Raggedy Ann doll. That's basically what it is. I'm not sure what the program is off the top of my head.
Is it Rosie and Jim?
It does look very Rosie and Jimish, doesn't it? It does look very Rosie and Jimish. So yeah, this is Annabelle. This is the real Annabelle.
Hi, Annabelle.
She'd probably bloody answer, to be fair. I hope you guys can read the little bit that I put on about the doll. It was in the 70s. It was found by a young couple, I think it was a couple of girls, who found it and believed it was the spirit of a young girl who they called Annabelle, believe it or not. But all sorts of weird and nasty shit started happening to them, and they did an exorcism, as I've got written down, and the couple just couldn't handle the fact that the doll was even close to them or their house. So the Warrens actually took it back to their house and put it in a specially made box, which is apparently still in their museum.
Oh.
To this day. And I've heard very strong rumours that someone from the Vatican visits her regularly to bless the box to stop whatever is in the doll getting out. Because it was nasty. Okay. That seems a bit...
I watched a video with Lorraine, and she brought someone in, and she was like, you can look at it, I won't stare at it. She was like really shaken by it.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. It freaks her out. Which I think, when you've got someone like Lorraine Warren, who has seen the things she's seen and the experiences she's had, and the whole fact that even she won't look at Annabelle is fantastic.
Yeah, it speaks volumes, doesn't it?
It does. But then it's the question: do the spirits possess the doll, or do they merely follow it around?
Yeah, like attached.
Yeah, is it attached? Do they sort of? Is it part of the doll, like a? You know, is it attached like a possession, or does it just sort of follow them around?
I can believe both. I think you can have both. Well, not both at the same time, but you know what I mean. Both. One doll, what's haunted, could be attachment, whereas the other one could be actual possession. I think there's both.
I wish they'd done this version in the Hollywood film, because that sitting on a chair just looking at it would have freaked me out a lot more than that thing.
Yeah.
Personally. Right, the next doll, because we have a couple. The next one is Robert. Robert the doll. Right, I'm just going to close the chat. I think the Warren's daughter does own the house now. Yes, I don't know if she is sole proprietor to the room.
I think it's her husband who owns the doll.
Yeah.
Lorraine's Ed's daughter's
husband.
Husband, yeah.
Yeah, I think he looks after the. Well, I think they've made it museum now.
Yeah.
I think it's like a Warren's museum, and Annabelle just happens to be in there hiding at the back because they don't want to, you know. So
right by the door.
Robert the doll is from the stories that I've read is an evil little bastard. He causes a lot of malfunctions in the museum that he is currently in, and a lot of letters I've got written down. A lot of letters of apology. He moves around the house, all over the shop. One night, Robert was found at the foot of the owner's bed, giggling with a knife in his hand. See, people think child's play's all fake. Oof. Can you imagine that, waking up in the morning and seeing that sitting in your bed with a knife in his hand? I'd drop kick it.
I have woke up to my kids like staring at me, so
I would drop kick it. I would drop kick him out the window. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he would get beatings or something.
He would be drop kicked out the window. But apparently even now, when you see him in the museum, you have to ask his permission to take his photo. If you don't, horrible shit will happen to you when you go home. Hence the letters of apology that keep turning up at the museum where people take photographs of him. So they reckon this is more voodoo related than anything. So more of like a cursed, a cursed object as opposed to spirit possessing. But still, the fact you got to apologise for taking a photograph of a doll is pretty hardcore.
Yeah. What if you take a picture of it now from this picture? Will it happen the same? Do
you want to try that? Because I don't.
I was kind of edging towards you. How about his viewers have a say on that?
Someone on chat, take a photograph of Robert and see if anything weird happens. Let me know on social media. No? Yeah?
Yeah, they'll do a chat. I'm currently on my way to hospital.
We don't have... that's the point. We don't have permission to use this photograph.
Oh, it's Shadow. That's you. That's on you.
If anything weird does happen, could you let us know? Because that's epic if that does. That's epic. Peggy. Creepy looking doll without being a creepy looking doll.
Wow.
Now, Peggy is basically anyone that sees pictures of her, videos of her, and all that, they fall unwell.
Wow.
Yeah. 80 people said that they have had headaches, felt anxious, and even saw images of mental asylums after seeing videos and pictures of Peggy.
You sure her and Rob shouldn't be together?
Oh Christ! Can you imagine that? That's mad. I won't keep it on too long, just in case people start falling ill, because I don't want people falling ill when I'm watching. Amanda. Oh, these dolls get worse. Annabelle looks pretty lame compared to some of these things. Amanda. I'm basically seeing if you guys feel ill, then I know that there's something going on. This is research, man. Yeah, this is research. So Amanda, she was actually bought on eBay and has been sold on 10 times. Doesn't stay at the same place for long. Her owner says she scratches it on the glass that she's in, trying to get out, and she brings bad luck. and people have seen her move from one place to another on her own. Very much like Annabelle.
Wow.
Very much like Annabelle. But still, it's a creepy doll. I love a creepy doll. Creepy dolls are awesome. And this was finally Poopa. I don't know. Most would have claimed they've met a lot of these haunted dolls, but never. I've never sure, to be honest, on this thing. Poopa has been very naughty since the owner died in 2005. It's a very naughty little doll. The glass case she resides in will get steamy, and handwriting saying Poopa hate and Poopa no, and reports of her moving around the glass case. The whole idea of having steamed writing inside a glass case where she resides, that's something I'd like to get footage of actually seeing it happen.
Yeah, definitely.
And when apparently one member tried to record her doing it, and when they tried to upload the video on YouTube 3 different times, the video blurred out white and the words Poopa no would appear on the glass.
Jesus.
If that's legit, that's epic. But there's something about Poopa that I'm not sure. That's something that could easily be fabricated.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So that one I'm not sure on. Right, let's close that. Well, that was the little bit about spooky dolls. We won't go on too much about spooky dolls because people don't like spooky dolls. So let's bring everything back up so you can see my lovely face again. There we go. So yeah.
Bring the dolls back.
Bring the doll. Yeah. IconjureTV won't be joining us again, I'm afraid. So yeah, the main I thought I'd do that just for a bit of a giggle. The main topic of today is talk about the equipment that we use on investigations, what our personal favourites are, some of the theory behind what we use, and stuff like that. Put the dolls back on. Thank you, Kiki. Everyone's had the same joke. Oh, you're all really funny. Thank you. So yeah, when it comes to equipment, what is your sort of go-to? If you could only use one piece of equipment when you go on an investigation, what would you take, and why?
It'd be a choice between the cat balls. Like you said in the last video, it's kind of our go-to thing. We get a lot of activity on that, and I just feel that from every single case we've done, every single investigation that we've done, we get intelligent response.
I say case, it's fine. I say case.
Yeah, every single one we've done, we get intelligent responses from it. Very easy. I find spirits can interact with it very, very easily.
Yeah, they do seem to.
The other one would be the Spirit Talker app.
Okay.
From Haunted Finders. Yeah. We've used that a lot. I've had a lot of intelligent responses from that. And we find it a good builder. So we use that at the beginning now. We latch on to whatever it gives us, and that tends to bring activity forward. Like if it says, comes through John, we'll go, right, John, do you want to communicate? And it just gradually builds.
You then use that initial info to continue on a certain track.
Exactly, it gives us direction, and instead of just standing there, anyone there, you constantly repeat yourself, gives you direction.
Bev, Ovulus, that's very much the same sort of thing as the speaker app, isn't it? It just gives you the words based on the energy given, as opposed to audio. I mean, me personally, if I could only use one thing, it would be the digital recorder. Yeah. For me, is my go-to. If I could only have one bit, it would probably be that. Because a good EVP can set you up for the whole evening. Can set you up for a whole investigation, and it gives you something to reference on. But that's just me personally. I like the K2. That's pretty standard. Pretty standard bit of kit. I have got some kit which I will show you. So we'll start off with the initial bit of kit. The initial bit of kit. K2 meter.
Nice.
Everyone loves a K2 meter. Every paranormal investigator loves a K2 meter. Electromagnetic field. So, funny enough, man, I think you have. You showed me a couple of them. So, when you get an electric signal near it, it glows. So, if a spirit comes up to you, Holy Grail is it goes red. If it goes red, then it's a very strong it's a very strong energy. But but you can use this. I mean, I did an investigation at Brighton Old Jail. It was like my second ever investigation, and the investigation team, actually, funny enough, it was actually Matt and Shelley, the people that I now investigate for, they had they went down to the cells. It was me and a group of friends. It was a private investigation that I had sort of sorted out because I wanted to do one away from too many people. And we went to this jail. We were in the court. The men were in the courtroom. The women went down to the actual cells, and the girls came back up. And Shelley said to me, she said, "Rob, go downstairs and be as nasty as you can, be a complete arse, and one of the spirits will talk to you because he hates women." And I said, "Right, I apologise now for anything I will say." And I went down to the cells and let rip.
Oh dear.
I was calling women effing and blinding about women and all this sort of stuff. None of it is how I think, but just using one of these, I had a 15-minute conversation with a multiple murderer of women in the cells. We managed to get name, year, the amount of people that he killed, the amount of women that he raped, using this, an Ovulus, and a REM pod. And we managed to get years. Yeah, we got years, first name, amount of victims, amount of the victims that he raped, what he wanted to do with the girls in the group. And I think the Ovulus at one point even referred to me as his friend, because I portrayed that much hatred towards women on, when I was down in the cell, that he just latched onto me and just wanted to talk to me. Wow. We tried to get him to talk to the other guys that were in the cell. Didn't want to know. He'd disappear. The REM pod at the other end of the corridor would go off, and then straight back at me again. And the K2 wasn't just going off; it was going red. The answers were going in the red, which shows extremely powerful and very close. But that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. I'd love to go back there just to see if that's. I want to see if that memory of what happened is there. If when I go back, he remembers that me and him had this conversation, and it continues. That would be pretty sweet.
Definitely. That would be good.
Epic. So that K2. If you're going to start paranormal investigating, that is probably the first thing you ever want to get, because it even comes in handy at home for checking for wires. Because I think that's what it's originally for, is to see if there's wires in the wall before you start drilling. Next for me, I'm going to go for the digital recorder. This is my digital recorder. It's the world's smallest digital recorder. Simple, digital, voice recorder. I've got nothing recorded on it, so it's all sort of. I think the battery's even dead. I haven't used it since lockdown. But yeah, EVPs. Literally record it, press record, ask a question, wait 30-40 seconds, ask another question, wait 30-40 seconds. If you're able to go back and check it while you're there, check it, because if you catch something, that then leads you. That leads your investigation on. I mean, Mania. I know Mania's caught a couple of really good EVPs on her phone that she showed me, and they are mind blowing. I'll talk to Mania. Could you, if you've got the link, do you mind if I sent it to the lovely people at IconjureTV just so they could have a listen? Because it's amazing for me. EVPs that she's caught with her phone, and that's a good thing now because everyone's got a phone. Everyone can capture these EVPs.
Yeah.
Even recording a video of just a random event, you could be catching an EVP in the background. It's IconjureTV, Scott. But thanks for the effort on sticking your link. Guys, make sure that you do hit that link that I've just posted. You can use the audio, just not the video. Oh no, it's just to show them. I won't be posting it on stream. I was going to send it to them DM just so they could have a listen and a look. I wouldn't use the actual. I wouldn't use the actual thing. I'll forward that over to you at the end.
Thank you very much.
So you can have a listen. Send it on Twitter. Thank you very much. So yeah, next. What should we go for next? This is a bit of a. Not everyone's got one of these, but it was discount. Thermal imager. This is actually a thermal imaging camera that goes on your phone. The footage that I showed that footage I showed the other week of that figure in the trees.
Yeah.
That was taken with this.
Oh wow.
That's taken with that. So it's a proper FLIR.
So people underestimate phones then?
Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah, big time. The amount of apps you can get on the phones and the amount of equipment you can get. I mean, you've got camera. Ignore the night. All these apps that say they do night vision and full spectrum. Ignore them, because they're shite, basically. FLIR. It runs off a mobile app, but it's got to be accurate because people in the trade use it. People use it in their places of work. So, for me, the fact that I've caught what I did, I was chuffed with that because I think that was the second time I've ever used it on an investigation.
It was really, really good.
And it was so clear. The problem is, yes, it does, Bev. It does show the dotted background, so you can see a structure behind it. I do need to mess about with it because I do now have a new phone, so I think it should work better. I like a good thermal sweep. The dotted stick figures, that's a SLS camera. That I don't have. I haven't got a Connect thing. But this will show a background of what you're looking at on the screen on your phone, so you don't walking into things. But they're worth. I think it was about £200 on Amazon for that. Which, when you look at thermal imaging cameras, they're usually more than that. They're usually a lot more than that. So I like a good thermal sweep. I think thermal imaging cameras are very underrated. I think they're very underrated, but they are coming into investigations a lot more now. And I think, believe it or not, I think it's because people like Ghost Adventures use it. Regardless of what you think of Ghost Adventures, you can't argue with some of the evidence they've caught. But they use a lot of thermal. They use a lot of the SLS cameras. I just need to get myself a Connect now, and they're so difficult to get hold of.
And then they were going like wildfire when they first came out.
I don't know if the later ones work as well, but might be worth having a look. Next on the list, the REM pod. Oh, Manya's got a question. Manya, what is your question? Go for it. If anyone has got questions, please ask. If I don't catch it, my mods will catch it, and they will poke me and go, "Yeah, what's your favourite piece of evidence you've caught?" I'll open the room to you, sir. What's your favourite piece of evidence that you've caught in investigations that you've done?
So far, the ball movement that I showed you, that is some crazy stuff that we found. That basically the cat ball went off. After the cat ball went off, it was moving. People will question that and say, wasn't it a bug, this, that, the other? But we watched it and it moved 3 times. And we saw nothing around it, nothing moving from the ball.
To be fair, them cat balls, I've worked with them cat balls a few times in investigations. I don't actually have any in hand, but they're not something that a bug could brush past and they go off. They need a certain level. They need a certain level of movement. So a bug walking over it or walking behind it, unless it's a huge bug, I'm talking a beetle the size of your hand, it's not going to set it off.
No.
So for me, it's probably that thermal imaging video that I showed last chat and is on my YouTube channel. That's probably my best evidence I've caught so far. Individually, my team's caught some good stuff, but it's not something I can take credit for. I caught that, but that's probably mine. Let's see, Bev, have you ever investigated abroad? Have you ever investigated abroad? Would you like to investigate abroad?
Yes, I've got no place. I did say somewhere before, and the missus did. But yeah, probably the IconjureTV house. The house. I'd probably go see the Warren's house. Obviously the museum. What you said. I'd love to go there. But yeah, I would definitely love to go abroad.
Yeah, I'd like. There's a couple of sanitarium, Conjuring House. Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum in Vegas. The Warren's house. So many places in America that I'd love to go to. So many. Have you called, or have we been to 30 East Drive before? I haven't, but it's on my bucket list.
I haven't. I know a team, I believe, that has, and said they got absolutely nothing, but I want to go there myself.
Yeah. Funny enough, I've heard some people say it's absolutely amazing. Other people go, it's very overrated. I really hope it is good. It's just, what's this? Oh, there's a place up your way, Old Pottery Factory.
Yeah. I think another team went there. We were talking about that last night, actually. Just 2 seconds. Hold on to that question, because I'm just going to get the missus in. She's just finished what she's doing.
Oh, okay. I think did I start the chat or did you start the chat?
You did. I think you got invited, mate.
And I've got to figure out how to invite somebody into a chat.
I'll put you on the spot now, won't I? I think we need to go on the chat with Kim. You see the
one with the three of us?
Yes, that's the one. Just recall that one, mate, and we'll do
Okay, right. We're going to come off that and we're going to go back in. Hold on 2 seconds.
I do apologise.
No, that's right. We'll blame Kim when she comes on the phone. It's fine. We just won't tell us. Right, 2 seconds. We're just going to cut the phone, then we'll go back on with the three guys. Hold on. Right, we're waiting for the call to come through. The team I know got an amazing picture from there on the stairs. Okay. We'll have to... hello.
We're here.
Hello. Hello. Welcome, Kim. Welcome to the chat again.
Do you want to go through the questions for Kim so she
might
have a different answer?
We will go back. Hold on. Right. Right. 2 seconds, guys. I've just got to go back. Favourite piece of equipment, Kim? What's your number one piece of equipment that you've got?
Me cat balls.
Kim likes her cat balls. That's...
I just feel like we've had quite a lot of responses from them.
You've had some epic responses from the cat balls, I've got to say. Make sure you go on their channel, guys, because you will see the evidence of the cat balls. Some of it is very, very good, very impressive evidence. I need to get some cat balls. I do need to get some cat balls. I've got so many weird and wonderful things, and I haven't got the basic cat balls. Right, so the cat balls. That's 2 for cat balls, 1 for a digital recorder. What's the favourite piece of evidence that you've caught?
It's with a cat ball. It was the other week. We were in Cannock Chase.
The moving cat ball.
Yeah, the moving cat ball. Yeah, and we caught it on camera, but we didn't think we did at the time.
They're the best ones. To be fair, I love them bits of evidence where you think, oh, I haven't caught anything, and all of a sudden you're going, oh, hang on, I've caught something here.
Yeah, it was surprising, to be honest, because Chris shouted me down and he was like, come look at this, come look at this. And obviously, like, we were surprised that we'd actually got it because they saw it move in the moment, but the camera wasn't on it. So I think it moved like three separate times.
Blimey. Oh, Mania, thank you for gifting the sub. Thank you. Bev, welcome.
Or to the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
Just waiting for the... That's it. What's your views on 30 East Drive? Is it a place that you'd like to go? Or...
We came, we saw, we kicked it
Yeah, so
down.
I'd like to go, but I have heard a few fellow investigators say that they were left quite disappointed by it. So it's kind of like I'd want to go for my own experience and hopefully get something, but I wouldn't be actually...
You're not actually sure about it?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Mania, thank you for the second sub. Thank you. Manuel's on fire gifting the subs tonight. Yeah, it's some place that I'd like to investigate because I've also heard...
As a duly designated representative of the city,
Oh.
I order you to cease any and all
Another.
supernatural activity and return forth
Mania.
to your place of origin or to
Calm
the
down,
nearest
girl.
convenient
Calm
parallel
down.
dimension.
Calm down. Thank you. Yeah, 30 East Drive is a place that I'd love to investigate. Purely because I'm just intrigued on the rumours.
Yeah, that's like me, really. Anything other than that, you know, I wouldn't be going in there too hopeful because I just find it hard to believe as well that a random council house in Pontefract is majorly haunted by a poltergeist. I don't know, but that's just my thoughts on it. But I still would like to do it for my own curiosity, like from what I've seen.
I'm the same when it comes to all these locations, you know, like the sanitarium in the States, the Conjuring House and East Drive. You hear so many rumours and hear so many stories. You're like, are these stories actually true, or are they what people want it to be like?
Yeah.
And I think as investigators, you can't. As an investigator, I mean, this is for me personally.
As a duly designated representative of the city, I order you to cease any and all
Comic Kim has also been
supernatural
gifted a
activity
sub.
and
I'm
return
guessing
forth
that's
to your place
Mania,
of
but I
origin
don't know
or
for
to the
sure.
nearest convenient parallel dimension.
I think Mania is. I think Mania's causing chaos in my chat. Thank you, Mania. You're a legend.
Came, we saw, we kicked it down.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And new follower, thank you. Thank you. Welcome everyone. Welcome all the new people. Don't forget to follow my... Oh, cool. Drop me REM pod. Bit expensive. Don't forget to click on the link and make sure you give IconjureTV a sub on
Thank you very
YouTube. You'll be able to see this evidence of the cat ball. It's live now, isn't it? Your channel.
Yes.
That evidence is live. Yeah, part 1. So make sure, go and follow part 1. Sub, like, comment. Can't talk. Can't do English today.
You're having a stroke.
Can't do English today. And Manuel with 10 bits. Thank you. Well, I had to change that. That was originally the yes, it's true. This man has no dick from Ghostbusters, and I thought I can't have that going off. Do it. So I've had to change it to the Proton stream now. So yeah, awkward. Right, where was it? Have we got any more? Is there any more questions that I have missed? More than likely, because they're flowing in. East. Oh, that was it. The pottery place in Stoke.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
We were on about doing that. Is it the abandoned one that she means?
Is it the abandoned? Is it the abandoned pottery place in Stoke? Bev, Scott? Because the team that Bev know got a really good photo on the stairs.
Oh right, okay. Because there is quite a few pottery places in Stoke, but the one that's derelict is the one that I've seen a couple of ghost hunters have already done.
SPODE pottery.
Spode
Pottery.
I don't even know. Is it the
We
one?
don't know the name, do we? The one that's close to us in Longton. It's not that one, is it?
I thought it might. I don't know. I've just seen one in Longton. That's all I've seen on others' YouTube.
We apologise on behalf of all Stokies. We do not represent them. We have no clue what's around us.
In that case, they haven't. But they might have to. If I can kip on your sofa, Bev, I'll come up and we'll go and investigate that one. We'll have to look into that because apparently they've caught a couple of good photos from a previous group doing that, so that might be something worth looking at in the future. It's in Stoke Town Centre.
Ah, right. Okay. So no, we haven't done that one yet. We will add it to the pins.
See, now I've got pictures of them with a huge map of the UK, and they're just sticking pins in wherever they want to go.
We literally, I've made Google Maps is green for us, and that's not grass.
I love
pins.
it. Just pins if you want to close. Done that. Scott, Bev, could you jot me down a list of these places, and I can discuss with these guys off stream, and we can sort out possibly a paranormal shadow field trip of me travelling up one weekend, doing a couple of investigations with you guys, and yeah, if you guys are up for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Groovy.
We need some indoor locations around Stoke anyway, so anyone know of any, let us know.
There we go. You all need to do Edinburgh Vaults. I'd love to do Edinburgh Vaults. I want to do Edinburgh Vaults. I want to do the castle. I want to do that underground street. I would just blitz the whole of Edinburgh, basically. Give me a week in Edinburgh with open access to all these places. I would do the whole of Edinburgh.
There's that graveyard up there as well, isn't there? Like the most oldest one, like with all the bars and everything around the graves.
Yeah, I think there is. Oh, the one, yeah, the cages over the top of the graves that are like, what the hell are they covering up? Is it? Like
It's to stop. Yeah. Well, apparently it's to stop grave robbers, because back in the day, people used to dig people up for the, like the treasures that they were buried with. Yeah.
I'm open to let other teams into their new museum in Fenton.
Oh, Bev. Speaking of that, we've been speaking to the team that is opening that, and we are actually going for a little visit on Wednesday.
Ah, there we go. So
you've heard it here first.
Your people will talk to their people, and that'll be it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. My people talk to your people, talk to your people. So yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So they've done a haunted museum type thing then.
Yeah. So basically, they've got it's ghosts. So I think it's Ghost Hunters of Stoke-on-Trent. They're opening a haunted museum in Fenton, in Stoke-on-Trent, and it's going to have like a load of haunted artifacts in. So it's got things like church pews, like the have you watched the new Conjuring film with that witch's totem? Yeah, they've got one of them in there.
Oh, okay.
There's loads of random things that they've got in there, and they're going to be letting people do like ghost hunts there and things like that.
That's pretty cool. The it's creepy as hell.
Ready?
Yeah,
Let's
it
show
will
this
be.
prehistoric bitch how we do things
100%.
downtown.
Neon God, thank you for the host. Sorry, I got the chat notifications coming up in my ear rolls at the same time. That's pretty cool. And it links in what I was talking about with the haunted dolls. God.
Oh yeah, God, there'll probably be some of them in there, I'm sure.
Oh, you can't beat a good haunted doll. That's a proper spooky dolls crying boy pictures. It sounds good. I might have to go. I might have to have a visit.
Yeah, well, she missed the spooky doll presentation, my missus, so she's not spooked out enough.
Oh, I'll email it over.
I'll rewatch the beginning bit back.
It's on a PowerPoint presentation. I put a lot of into that. You can't beat a good PowerPoint. Everyone loves a good PowerPoint presentation. Right, equipment. Right, we'll carry on because we're a bit sidetracked. Next bit of equipment that is one of my growing favourites is the REM pod.
Yeah.
I love the REM pod.
We want one of them, but that version, don't we?
We want a really decent version, because we've just got one that's like quite a loud alarm sounding thing.
Literally like we took the kids with us when it goes off.
This one. Can you see that little dot there? That little dot, the little back dot. Trying to get it where you can see it through chat there.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh yeah, that's the one that I looked at. Isn't
that's
it?
the one.
The proper,
That's the one with the temperature sensor. So if it gets cold,
yes.
that will go blue, and the alarm will go off.
Yeah, I've looked at that one. They are quite on the expensive side, aren't they?
They are a tad. They are a tad pricey.
But worth it if they work.
Oh god, yeah. God, yeah. Let me put the battery in so I'll give you an idea without deafening you all how it works. Out, my suitcase closed on my hand. Ah! I'm losing my suitcase altogether. How professional. Right. Problem is, because of lockdown, I've taken all the batteries out of everything. Right, so REM pods are basically like, they're like the K2. They pick up the electromagnetic field and will give you an audio alarm if anything gets within the electromagnetic field that it generates. I'll have a look, Bev. I'll have a look after the stream.
Where did you actually? Sorry, just being a bit nosy, but where did you actually purchase your REM from?
I believe it was from America.
Yeah, because you have to be careful, don't you, when purchasing stuff like that? You don't want to get ripped off.
This is a pretty good one, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you turn it on, it does that. Thank you, Manya, for the dramatic sound. So you've got the different ranges. So that's now maximum range. So if you get near it, it goes berserk.
Yeah.
We had I did an investigation at it was in Kent actually, it was a gunpowder factory that blew up basically, and it killed a lot of people in the 1700s, I believe it was. And we set this up near the furnace, where the furnace used to be.
Right.
We put it down, and we're calling out and asking if there's anyone about. And we got the old spirit box out. The spirit box caught up a little girl's voice, and as the little girl's voice was talking, the REM pod started going off. And we had the REM pod in full view so we could see it. It started off by getting very cold. What's the coolest team name? IconjureTV. I'll put the YouTube. It's these people, fantastic people, good investigators.
Thank you very much.
I enjoy working with them, even though I haven't actually worked with them yet. But it's something that I definitely want to do sooner rather than later. So we've got this girl's voice coming through on the spirit box, and the REM pod kept going off. And when we were asking it to come closer, the REM pod would go off louder. And we're like, okay, that's quite impressive. And then all of a sudden, the temperature started going off as well. And we're like, okay, this is really good. So someone else in my team had 3 cat balls, so they came out, and we actually got 2 of the cat balls going off when we were asking questions. Left one goes off for answer yes, right one goes off for the answer no. So I think at one stage we had 1 cat ball going off and a REM pod.
Wow.
See, that's what I love about them, because you can literally run them flashy balls alongside anything and see if it makes sense.
The only annoying thing is we didn't have it recorded, which was which is really, because it was a private investigation. That's the problem.
See, this is the thing, because this is what I said to Chris about videoing. Like, we should video and what have you, because sometimes you get stuff that you don't even realise you get in the moment when you look back.
And I don't think I could do an investigation now about recording, because I'd have to show people. I like telling people, but I also go, look at this.
It's so much better when you can show it. It's so much better when you can prove it. I need to get a better video camera. The video camera I got isn't fantastic. Sadly,
we started off with your phone, didn't we? Yeah, Kim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to use. Promise I got the old thermal imaging thing with that, but I do need to start recording investigations more than I do. I tend to just sort of go on and try to sort of take everything in of what's going on first.
Yeah.
but so I'm usually the one playing around with the gadgets while people are recording it. But I need to get a better camcorder. That's what I'm hoping. If you see down the bottom of the screen, you've got 2 bars. You've got a sub goal, which Mania has single-handedly been trying to fill up for me, and for that she is amazing. And the one to the left is for bits to get the insurance to go into places. I have found an insurance company. I have prices. I just need the Wonga. But it will happen. It will happen. It's just taking a bit longer than I was hoping, to be fair.
So have you hit that kind of roadblock where you need the insurance, like when you bookings?
If you want, I found down here to get in certain locations, they want you to have insurance.
Right. Okay.
We've got a old fortification area down here called I can't remember what it's bloody called now. There's a fort. It's an old fort. I can't remember the name of it now. I can't remember it. And the fort, they're quite happy if they let ghost hunters in groups in. They charge you to go in, which is Fort Amherst. That's it, Fort Amherst. That's the left one is just bits, Mania. So it's called I can't remember. I just said the name of it now. Fort Amherst. That's it, in Chatham. Quite happy to let teams go in. Quite happy with that. But you need public liability insurance for the minimum value of 2 million cover.
God.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's a lot of artifacts down there. All it takes is one of you to get shit scared and crash, bang, wallop, and you caused a lot of damage. So a lot of them,
can see that.
They will let you in, but you need to be covered. So, and
see, because Thingy needs that as well, don't they? The East Drive, they need the insurance for groups of more than 4.
Yeah, same thing. It's the same thing. I mean, I'm looking at insurance for me plus 5 others.
Yeah, see, we just need it for a group of 6 of us.
Yeah, I think the total's just over 200 for the year, which, to be fair, isn't bad. It isn't great, but it isn't bad.
No, I mean, if you think about it, that you could potentially go every weekend somewhere, or even if it's twice a month, it's still cheaper to split 200 between a group of 6 of you than going out on one night out, probably.
Exactly. I mean, the problem is because I haven't got a team. Well, I have got a team, but I'm sort of going off and doing my own things. I need to get myself covered at least, and then if anyone does join me, so say I came up to Stoke, and we spoke to the party people, and they said yes, but you need insurance. I can go, well, I'm covered, and these guys are with me. Then we're all covered. So it covers me plus anyone that I decide to investigate with. It covers them as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm sort of looking at it for myself. Because I don't have to, as long as I'm not selling tickets, which I won't, because I'm never getting involved in that, because that's just more hassle than it's worth.
Yeah.
It'll be me plus other investigators. Now, I like to think as investigators, unless you've got a proper cowboy outfit, you're going to respect where you're going. You're going to respect the spirits. You're going to respect the location. If you get into a museum which has got a lot of price of stuff, if you're I don't want to say professional because there's not really a professional ghost, but if you want to be a proper investigator, you've got to respect that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
that then opens doors for you to go back. And if you capture something, you're going to want to go back.
Yeah, definitely.
It's simple as that. If you capture an apparition, you're going to want to go back and find out more about that apparition. If you catch a voice, you're going to want to go back and get more information until you can actually go, right, it's this person, they died here, they died then, they did this, boom, and then you can prove it, and then you can say, right, we knew nothing about this before we turned up, we can now say categorically this. And you open doors not only for you, but other groups.
Yeah.
Because, all it takes is one group to be an arse, and it spoils it for everyone. And
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
problem in this
100%.
field, isn't it? Because you do get idiots, and they, like you say, they just ruin it for everyone else. Then
yeah,
gives everyone else a bad name.
yeah. What do you think's the cause of that? Do you think it's Hollywood or the TV shows or just people just wanting to be assholes?
I just think it's just. I think so. A lot of people, they get too big for the boots.
Yeah.
So
I call it the grind. It's the grind of getting above, more subs, more followers, more attention. That's why everyone's bitchiness and stuff like that with groups.
they all want to be better than one another, don't they? That's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's probably not for the truth. I mean, my point of view is, I mean, you could have 3 groups all going to the same place, and all 3 groups catch different evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone does everything in their own. Like we've got
Exactly.
us 6 have got our own way of doing things now, and we teamed up with a team last Saturday, not yesterday, the week before, and like it's just different. People do things different ways, but we all totally got on. It was fine, but we're quite chilled anyway.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, when I've watched your investigations, it's like I could, if I was there, I would do this different, but that's just the way I do things. And you probably look at me when I start doing investigations and posting them, you'll probably read that, you'll probably look at them and go, I would do that different.
Yeah.
Everyone's got different ways and routes of doing things, and I think
Exactly, and there's no right or wrong way because no one actually knows what they're
There's-
doing, really, do they? They just.
anyone, I think I said this last week, anyone who says they are an expert at ghost hunting is a liar. Simple
Yeah,
as that.
100%. No one knows.
No one knows it all. Even the greats, even the great investigators that you see on the TV, the like the Nicks and the Zacks, they know a lot. Give them that, they're top of their field, but they don't know everything. Something that we know, they may not know, and that's why I try to work with teams, because if you work with a good team, you not only hone your skills, but you help hone theirs as well.
Well, this is it, and not only just working in teams or investigations, doing like these chats now.
Yeah,
You're discussing things, and I've said to the missus, like, if we took off, I would still come down here and join your chats and stuff, and we wouldn't think, oh, we're above anything like that.
to be fair, I think if this exploded for me, then I would still, you guys would still be the main team that I deal with, because you've been there since the start. Not since we
Yeah.
investigated, but me doing this. This is my second one. You guys have been here, both of them, and that's, as far as I'm concerned, that means a lot, because it means you've already got the element of trust. I know that if I came up to Stoke, met you two, and did an investigation with you two, I know that it would be a legit, no bullshit, which is good.
Yeah. We were at the Robin Hood experience, which is releasing
Friday, yeah.
this Friday, and we had so much go on, but there was one bit where the next door, it was at the start of the investigation, the next door was like trotting away and banging. It was like a little
Yeah,
pub.
you could literally hear them banging like.
But because the team were on the stairs, everyone was like, what was that? And then we were all as a team after that just saying, no, it's got to be next door and this, that, the other. So we were debunking our own investigation, and on the edit, we took that out because we knew we want to be true to ourselves.
But the problem is, that could have potentially been evidence.
Yeah.
That's the annoying thing, is when you get other teams that don't quite work in the same way, you could be sitting there going, we've caught a voice, it's so clear, we've got it on video camera, but is it someone next door?
Yeah. We saw another team, not going to name names or whatever, what's going on, but we saw something and we knew what it was, and it wasn't paranormal, but we looked at it, and it's frustrating because some people are lying about their their activity, and we're frustrated because we're trying to tell the truth, and it's like we feel like at times we might get penalized for that, but then we want to stay true to ourselves anyway, so we'd never steer down that route, but it is frustrating to see.
Can I just add to that? Sorry.
Let's go for
It's
it.
the fact that, like, like I said to Chris, at the end of the day, 100% the video that I watched, or the clip of the video, I would 100% have said exactly what it is. It is not paranormal in the slightest, and that would not have gone in our videos, but it's plastered all over their social medias. And you just think to yourself, like, we are trying so hard to get even the minutest little thing, and it's just frustrating because we could put everything in, but we don't. We take a lot of it out when we work out what it actually is.
Do you think that people they know what the truth is, so they know that it's not paranormal?
This is a thing though, because
they're doing it for clicks.
Yeah, definitely.
That's because that's the problem is, and I think it's all part of the algorithms of Twitch, not Twitch, YouTube, is it all goes on the likes and that. So if you put something which is so blatantly not paranormal, average Joe's not going to know.
That's exactly what I said to Chris.
We will know. It's like the photographs. We did the photographs last week. If you Google real ghost photos, 95 of them are so blatantly fake or an app. It's like, are people believing this crap?
Yeah, it is frustrating because you just think to yourself, do you know what? If we probably left half the stuff in that we've debunked, we'd probably get a hell of a lot more subs or followers or whatever you might be on, because obviously people think, oh wow, that's amazing, but it's just fake, and I'd rather just not put it in. But it is frustrating when you can clearly see that people are 100. You know what's causing these pieces of equipment to go off. It's so blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
And like you say, the average Joe wouldn't know and think it's absolutely amazing.
The problem is, I think shows like Most Haunted have made paranormal investigating and ghost adventures and all this have made ghost hunting is you walk into a room of a haunted location and instantly you're getting knocks and bangs and voices, and it's like, no.
It just doesn't happen.
That just doesn't
This is
work
what
like
I said to Chris.
You could be in a location for. Well, funny enough, Nick Groff described it best. He said when my team had their interview with him, he said you can be in a location for 3 days. You might get enough evidence to fill a 45-minute TV show.
Yeah.
In 3 days. And it's like people think that things like Most Haunted and Ghost Adventures it's instant. It's I know for a fact Ghost Adventures are at locations for 3 or 4 days. And I don't know about Most Haunted because I don't tend to focus too much on their sites because of what's happened in the past where it's been proven to be fake. I tend not to take them seriously. To me, that's just light entertainment. That's for a laugh. Whereas the other ones I tend to take a little bit more because they can back it up. Destination Fear. Funny enough, I know a few people that have mentioned Destination Fear. I have got to have a look at that because I have heard that is good.
Just to direct you, Scotty posted a highlighted message earlier. Question from Bev52 Mother: would you like to investigate Shrewsbury Betrayal?
I'll be up for investigating anyway.
Same.
To be fair, that is quite good. I have heard that's quite a good place. To be honest, I have heard Shrewsbury. It's one of these ghost shows. I don't know what exactly about, but I've heard it's quite good. Right. I've got one more piece of equipment. Yeah, one more piece of equipment. And then we'll just generally chat, and I've got a quiz. Well, so long as you've waited at a location for something to happen before, or you've given up. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. How long have you been somewhere before you've gone, fuck this?
It's alright, the missus had to go get a drink, so
okay.
I'll answer it together. It says, what's the longest you've waited in a location for something to happen before either it has or you've given up?
Oh God, we went to Molly Lee's grave. She's like a local legend in Stoke for being like a witch. And I saw
that video. You guys were just joking and laughing around it in the end.
Because there was literally nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean zilch.
But that is us throughout every investigation. We do have a laugh in between. We feel that it does build energy, and we feel it brings kind of a warmth to whatever's around. So they might go, you know what, these guys are, all right.
But also,
nothing happened.
we were there for like 2 hours, if not a bit more, and nothing happened. So in the end, we did give up, and we were a bit like, right, we'll just go Longton Park instead.
we got quite a bit, didn't we?
It's I'm trying to think. For me, I think I've been quite. I'm trying to think. There was a couple of occasions where I've gone there expecting so much and very little's happened.
Yeah, I think that's like quite disappointing. Because like sometimes
done that 3 times, haven't we now? Molly Lee's Demon Ritual, and then the Artie's house.
Yeah, I mean the Demon Ritual house. We've heard massive things about it. It's all over YouTube, and we went there and we didn't so much get a tap.
And we did push, didn't we? We did everything, tried to get that going, but nothing.
Absolutely everything that you can think of. The Lord's Prayer, everything, nothing happened.
It's an odd thing. The problem is, but if you go there another day, it'd go mad.
That's it. But because it's such a long drive, we're dead risky about it now. Because if we turn up and have nothing again, we've got to have a plan B. But we've started realising that plan Bs we've always got to have one.
The plan Bs are usually better than the plan As, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right, back to what we're talking about. Final bit of equipment that I've got. If you two have got any equipment that I haven't mentioned, please feel free to let me know, and I can try to find a picture to show people, and then you guys can talk about it. I'm more than happy to do that. The final bit of equipment: my lightsaber.
Lightsaber.
Laser grid.
You had me there.
A laser grid.
We haven't actually got one of them.
This is epic. These are epic. These things.
I'm more disappointed now you showed the laser grid than the lightsaber.
I have got a lightsaber. I have actually got a lightsaber. Where was my lightsaber?
You can talk about laser grid if you want. I'm directing you in a different route here, going Star Wars.
I'll find it for the next one. I have got one. I've got two. So laser grids, you basically put it against the wall, and its theory is that spirits will, if they move in front of it, it will deviate the laser.
Yeah, it's because there's so many little dots, isn't it? I suppose it's a bit like Connect that run the what do you call it now?
Yeah,
the SLS.
Yeah, it is very much like that. Bev, you should see it when it's working when you're actually on a location. It's pretty cool. You set it up and you just leave it, and you just watch it or record it, and all it takes is one of the beams, because obviously the beams are direct because it's a laser, they're straight. Is one of the little dots just to move, and it's like, hang on, what's made that move? Why's that done that? And that then opens up. I mean, I've seen some good evidence with the laser grid. I like the laser grid. It's a good bit of
we
kit.
could really. I was going to say, because they aren't really that expensive either, are they? So they're quite handy to just nip out your pocket.
Yeah, I mean that's a rechargeable one. But it's finding a reputable ghost store.
Yeah, this is what I was saying to you about the REM earlier, because I was nearly going to buy one, and to be honest with you, like from America, you can get them for pretty cheap, but I'm always wary of what I'm buying online because I don't want to get ripped off.
I'll send you a link to a group to a shop that I've actually quite like. I've spoke to before. There is a couple of things that I want to get. This is one of them. Have you seen that? Have you seen one of them before?
Is that one of? I mean, I could be completely off the point here, but is that? No, I don't think it is.
That's a laser grid, and the laser grid will pick up hot and cold.
Yeah, and it shows up on the dot.
And it will display its location on the screen.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So, that guy's got his hand there, so you can see where the warm contact is.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm pointing with my hand, because you can't see my hand. It's waving in the air. And if it's blue, it will do the same.
So, are they quite pricey?
I think that's about $215.
Yeah, they are then.
Yeah, that's the problem. And the other thing that I want to get hold of, because I've heard that they're really good, is one of them. Apparently, these are amazingly good for lock-off cameras.
That just looks like a game of battleships to me.
That's a wildlife camera.
Oh.
So you put an SD card in the back of it, inside it, shut it up, put it, say, on a table, and you've got you've got a sensor there in the middle. You can get ones with like 180 degrees, and that's a UV lamp. So if something walks in front of it, or it picks up movement, it will either take video in ultraviolet or take photographs.
Oh.
I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah, I've seen it take wildlife, but the theory is you use it as a lock off. If you don't catch anything, it doesn't record anything. It'll only tell you if it's picked up something.
Ah, that's good then. So you don't waste your time.
So instead of sitting through potentially 5-6 hours worth of absolutely nothing,
Like Chris does most weekends.
like Chris does most weekends, yeah, you can just go, oh, I picked up something at 12:15. Look at it. Oh no, it's a bug, or it's a mouse, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or holy shit, that's an apparition, or that's a mist, or something like that. I think they're about 50 quid on Amazon. They take about 12 batteries, but you can plug it into the mains as well. So
So they might be quite handy to actually use indoor as well then.
Yeah, you can use them indoors, outdoors. Instead of using a locked off camera, you just use one of them.
Yeah.
Because the UV spread is actually surprisingly good. And if animals like deers and raccoons and foxes don't get startled by it, and they're skittish little buggers, then it clearly does the job of not letting them aware of what's going on. So in theory it should work with spirits, because if they're setting off K2 meters, REM pods, then they've clearly got some sort of energy energy presence there.
Yeah.
So why not pick up on them sort of cameras? It's a theory, but the science of it is I think the science is sound. If these things are showing up on temperature grids and REM pods and K2 meters and motion trackers, then they've got a presence. They've got a physical presence. You may not be able to feel it properly, but it's there. So why would them sensors not pick it up?
Well, if a normal camera can, then that's just going to go down the line of a normal camera anyway.
Yeah, it's just a normal camera with a motion sensor on the bottom.
Yeah.
And motion sensors go off when it comes to paranormal activity. So why not?
Exactly.
Yeah. What about you guys? Is there any sort of equipment that you guys have, or apart from the cat balls? I will show a picture of the cat balls. There's the cat ball. This is a favourite. We like cat balls on this channel.
Yeah, it's crazy because they're the cheapest thing you can buy, but they're the most simplest things that you can get a response from as well.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. That's not for it. It really isn't. Manuel asks, what would be the best advice to give a starting investigator? Don't give up.
Yeah, the best advice I would give a starting investigator is, even if it's on your phone, film it, because we never used to. And I kid you not, some of the things that we have picked up just on a phone camera, when you get home and you watch it back, it's shocking. And you think, oh my God, how did I not hear that or see that or whatever it might be in the moment? It's just good to look back. And 100%, that is what I would say to everyone starting out.
And funny enough, Abby said, don't forget a good old camera. That's even just a basic camera. I want to get a Polaroid. Apparently Polaroids are very good.
Yeah,
because you get the effect of the old camera, but you obviously don't have to worry about getting it developed. You can do it there and then on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't think they're overly cheap there. That's the only problem.
I mean, that's like us with this night vision one, because we were doing everything on our phones to begin with, but like we couldn't be without our night vision now, because honestly, we turn the lights off. We do get a lot more when we can just sit in pitch black.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you do. I think you do. I wouldn't disagree with that.
It just tightens your senses and everything, doesn't it, as well? Like, so you're more aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah, I think your ears almost tune in. I think you're phagomatic redeemed stretch. That means I've got to get up. Means I've got to get up. I just realised there's one bit of kit I haven't done yet. And unfortunately, I don't have to get up. You guys have got a different version of this, but I like the old-fashioned one. SB7. Spirit box.
Oh, Spirit box. Yeah, we've got the S box.
Yeah. Do you know much about the history of these?
Wow, it all come from like your radio stations, isn't it? Like even like baby monitors and things like that with the white noise in the background.
I can't remember the guy that invented it, but the guy that invented it actually lost his daughter, and he had theories on white noise being a way to communicate through radio. So he actually invented one of these. He actually invented this, which basically, I will show you. I'll even turn it on. I'll even do it.
I've heard good things about. Did you say the SB7? Because a few people have like mentioned that.
This is the SB7. This is the SB7.
Yeah.
Let me turn it on. So yeah, this is the SB7. What that is doing is that is scanning through the whole FM range very fast. So it's a bit like the S-Box. If you pick up a voice on this saying words, it's something good.
Do you know what my thing is with this though? Is you get a lot of interference from like radio stations and things if you're in a city or you know, something like that.
That is the problem.
That is what we found. That's why we kind of have swayed a bit more towards like an Echo app or whatever.
I tend to use AM.
Yeah.
Because there's very few AM stations.
Yeah, and if you're getting a word on there, then, you know, chances are it's definitely not going to be a radio station.
Or it's French.
Yeah.
I've had French words come up. But they're good. They're not expensive. They're really not expensive.
What, the
SB7? SB7's really not expensive anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think this one was 30 quid.
Oh, you're joking?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Oh, God, that's cheaper than the one that we've got.
Yeah, it's... I think it was in a sale, though, to be fair. But
I mean,
you know,
we will not... I won't even turn the S-Box on in our house, I won't, because we live in an old house. And if any voices come through, I would not sleep.
See, that would be it then. I'd want to investigate my own house.
Yeah.
I do also use... there's a couple of apps I use, actually. Let's find them. I mean, this is my group's app. This is my group's app. That's my group. The one I was talking about. Basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing. But he's linked it with the microphone and an echo. So that would do the same sort of thing, but it echoes.
Yeah. There's a lot of them apps now, isn't there? Like, there's a lot of apps.
That's now not stopping. There we go.
You know, you were on about obviously favourite bits of equipment as well. We recently started using the Spirit Talker app that Haunted Finders developed, and it sort of spits out words.
Yeah.
We've only used that.
That's a bit like the Ovulus type thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, so it just spits out like words. Obviously, it's supposed to mean that, you know, what the spirits are saying. And I'm not even kidding you, because I think I said to you actually about 2 or 3 weeks ago that I'm very thingy where the apps are concerned. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we've had some great responses, but the past 2 times that we've been out, and I'm not even exaggerating this, it's on camera and everything, we were at the Robin Hood Museum last weekend, and it said someone's coming, and then we heard people like walking across the front of the building being rather loud. And then this weekend, we heard someone pull up in a car, And again, it said, someone's coming. And they came and walked straight past us. And it's just like,
Shit.
how would the app know that someone's coming?
That's a very good point.
It's absolutely crazy, honestly, because when you look back at it, honestly, it just seems out of this world. Like,
you can't make it up.
Yeah, you get some of the apps that are very good. I tend to go with the ones. You know, I sent you in the on DMs that link to the Android store. I think I did. I'm sure I did on Twitter of the one that I know who made them, and I've seen the banks to it. So because I know a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them will look very legit, and then all of a sudden will then go for the jump scare. As like a prank app, and you're like, oh, this is really good. Hang on, this is now getting too good. You know, you're now pushing it too much. You know, whereas, and then all of a sudden, bleh, and you're like, oh, you bastard! I just wasted £4 on you.
Yeah.
But you do get some that are legit. Some legit good. I mean, the Portal app I have used a lot. Same sort of thing. It just goes through internet radios. Basically, does the same thing. It just goes through IP addresses, IP radios, stations, just as quick. So you get little snippets of music in that, but not. It's only like a note. It's not enough. It's not enough to decipher a whole word.
Yeah.
But it's the same sort of thing. It all uses the same sort of basic thing, you know. It basically takes the word, cuts it down, and then speeds it up, and it's all. I wish I knew how to make them, because I would make them, because I'd have it going backwards and upside down and stupidly quick and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah. Is there any other equipment that you guys would discuss? I think I've pretty much.
I think you've covered it all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
There is that much out there.
Oh well, yeah. It's some of the stuff's in the realms of thousands of bloody pounds, and you're like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Not when you get good responses from £11 cat balls.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're getting responses of £11 cat balls, and some people have got thousands of pounds worth of equipment and can't catch bugger all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not on what you've got. It's you know, it's. Have you ever gotten voices through the apps? I have in the past.
We have.
I've had.
Yeah, we have.
I've had full blown sentences through the Portal app, and they've made sense to where we were. I did an app. It was more to show a friend of mine something, because they didn't believe me that any of this was real. So I went to a local airfield. Well, it was an airfield during the Battle of Britain, and it's now a big old industrial estate, which is a shame, because it was, you know, it's now a housing estate. There's little bits from the old airfield that are still there, and I knew the history of a particular person at the airfield who is one of my heroes, one of my war heroes. So I know a lot about him. So I said, right, we'll go here. We'll go at night when there's no around, or security may not, and we'll do a spirit box just to show you that the spirit box are legit. So I've gone there, turned it on, started asking questions, and I said, just ask questions. We got a voice coming through, and we were asking for a specific person, and I said, unfortunately I can't say the name of it on stream, because it's a bit of a to-do word nowadays, but I said, do you know the name of so-and-so's dog?
Right.
It went very quiet, and then clear as a bell, it said it. And I'm talking clear as a bell, as if someone next to me had said it. And my mate's jaw dropped so quickly that they freaked out, got back in the car, and refused to get out of the car. Because all you were getting was word. Because they even looked at me and said, "Is that right?" And I said, "Yeah, spot on."
Wow.
See, we went out on Friday night to a place called Morton Corbett Castle, and I don't know if Chris mentioned this before I was on, but it dates back to like the 1100s, and it had like an extension built to mansion in the 1500s, and the Corbett family still own that castle to this day, but it's run by the English Heritage, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And we had obviously the app running when we were there. We had the Spirit Talker app running. And, you know, I was asking what the names were and if they were part of the Corbett family and what have you. And the name Vincent come through. Now, you know, that is a weird name. You know, it's not your average John or Dave or
No, it's not.
something
It's not
like
a. It's
that.
not a common name. No.
No. And then this morning, Chris was going through all the footage and everything, and obviously answered me back with that name at that time. And Chris has done a bit of digging and found that Vincent was, did you say he was knighted?
Yeah, he was a sir and he was a baronet. He fought in the Civil War and did really well.
That's impressive.
And he is actually part of the Corbett family, and I was so surprised.
Yeah.
I was like, that is a brilliant piece of evidence to come through, you know,
And
especially...
The
And-
fact is, Kim in the video is acknowledging that, so she's saying, because obviously at the time she didn't know, but she was saying, "Are you part of the Corbett family?" Well, she was saying, "Is there anyone there, Corbett family?" He came through, and then she was like, you know, attaching to that, saying, "Are you from the Corbett family?" Which was great because
Yeah.
she stuck on that and went with a gut feeling.
Well, it also shows. It also shows the intelligence.
This is what we're saying,
Yeah.
you know, with these apps, it's absolutely crazy. Like, you know, I was one, first and foremost, to be like, come on, it's a phone app. But I'm not joking you, the responses that we've got, there's no way on this earth that, you know, they could be making that up. How would the app know?
Yeah.
There's been times where the app's come through and said ball, and the ball flashed.
See
that
that?
was amazing.
See, people don't think much of that, but that's good evidence.
And another thing, the app said, we were asking where, I think it was Alice, when we were at Cannock Chase, and we were like, "Where are you?" And the app come through and said, "Yes, over here," and then the ball flashed.
And then moved.
See, that's
And then
that,
moved.
See, that to me, I'd be like a kid in a candy store with that. I'd be like on
We did.
cloud nine, because that's not only showing an intelligent answer, but it's an intelligent answer that then does what it says. So you then can go, well, we've got it. It's there.
That's
She
it,
said
and you
she's over there.
can't-
She's there.
You can't debunk multiple equipment working together.
And you can't debunk the fact that we've got it on camera happening in that moment. So
Yeah.
anyone who watches that, you know, that's all on our YouTube channel, and you can 100% see what is happening at that time.
But
Nice-
we are
ni-
open to healthy,
Nice plug, Kim.
criticism.
Nice plug. Nice plug. I like it.
Good
I
follow
like it.
IconjureTV. Paranormal videos.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you, mate. She's sat in here with her Conjure merch on. She's loving life.
Yeah,
Even though the
that's-
camera's on, she's
yeah.
plugging it.
It's a
Yeah.
pity I'm not on camera. I'd be there with my badge in the...
Yeah.
So if anyone robs the house, she'll probably ask them subscribe.
Yeah, as long as you subscribe, yeah, you can do it. As long as you don't take any of the ghost hunting stuff, and for God's sake, don't take any fleece.
Just the rucksack. Just leave us the rucksack and the hoodie.
We'll just give them one of the kids. They'll come back and give them back.
Just give them one of the kids. I love it. I love it. Give them one of the kids. Right. What was that high pitched bleep? What high pitched bleep? Did you hear? I didn't hear a high pitched bleep. We had a question. Have you ever heard voices or noises at home?
We bought this house off my mum, and when my mum lived here, I experienced someone knocking 3 times on the cellar door, because there's a cellar which is actually a room, which is currently our girls' bedroom, and they knocked.
Put the
3
girl in the
times.
holding room. That's fine.
Yeah, bolt them down there.
They're in the cellar.
Get down. But yeah, there was 3 loud bangs on that door, but that was when my mum lived here. Nothing has happened since we've lived here, but I am like 100%. I won't have any equipment on in the house. I won't have my spirit box turned on. Nothing, because I don't want to, bring them forward.
Yeah.
I'd rather them to just stay where they are and leave us as we are.
That's fair enough. I understand that.
It's our getaway. We feel that if anything did follow us, which obviously touch wood hasn't happened yet.
Mm.
We would deal with that and get rid of it. But obviously, like the missus says, we don't want to start that eating. The kids are here, and if something nasty comes, scratch, push, you know what I mean? We don't want to put the kids at risk.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, at my house, I haven't experienced it. My sister has, when she lived here. We was all downstairs. My sister always said there was something. She had weird feelings that there was someone in her room watching her. And she was walking up the stairs one evening, and she had a Wallace and Gromit talking alarm clock. So she's walking upstairs, and all of a sudden it's gone, more cheese, Gromit. And she's like stopped, dead in her tracks on the middle of the stairs.
You broke up then. Can you say it about 3-4 times? just to make sure you come through.
More cheese, Gromit.
more cheese, Gromit. And she instantly stopped, shouted down. I've come running upstairs thinking, this is before I did the ghost hunting, you know. And she's gone into the room, and I've gone, what was it? She said it was my clock. So I've sort of picked up the clock and had a look. Batteries were fine, and you know, there wasn't. I said, well, get some new batteries, put some new batteries, because it could be the batteries dying. Check the batteries, switch was all doing as it should be doing. I said, well, whatever it was, it's fine. Put it down, turned around, walked out the door. As we've walked out the door, it's done it again.
Oh, wow. What did it say?
I think it actually said time for breakfast. And we both freaked out.
Yeah.
But she said it didn't feel nasty. She said it almost felt like our grandparents, our nan on my dad's side. She said it had that same gentle energy. So she thinks it was because my sister was my nan's favourite because she was the only girl in the family. So she instantly thought it's nan looking out for me, which I've got no issues with at all. And the fact that since my sister's moved out, that feeling's disappeared.
Yeah, it's definitely someone that you probably know then.
Yeah.
Maybe she was going through something in her life and they were just...
Well, funny enough, she says in her new house that she has the same feeling in one of the rooms.
So they're probably just looking out for her.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said, you've got nothing to fear. I said, if you start getting hurt, it's a little different. But all the time it just feels warm and fuzzy. It's, you know, leave it, talk to it. If it comes to it, talk to it. And I say that to people when they say, oh, I've heard weird noises. Talk to it. Talk, ask out, ask for it to do stuff. You know, if you're in a house and you're hearing knockings, if it's a nice spirit, if you say, could you please stop, you're scaring me, normally it will stop, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to upset people. They don't like upsetting people. They're just curious as to what's going on themselves.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've learned. Just be respectful, and they'll be nice to you. They'll be sound.
All you've got to say is, could you please stop? You're scaring me. Most of the time, it will stop. It may start again in the future, but that's purely because you know the energy's changed or something. But
did you say, like, if you take people who are negative about like the paranormal or are really scared, that they might not get much activity because obviously how they're feeling?
Yeah, that's what I said about our cousin, because she came with us on Friday and she's very jumpy, and you know, the slightest thing would happen and she'd be a bit jumpy, and it wasn't as active, I don't feel, as on Friday as, you know, our usual one where we go with our own group. Yeah,
I found that when you bring people into investigations who are a little bit screamers, as I call them, if you bring in a screamer, you from experience, you instantly drive away the good spirits and you start attracting the nasty ones.
Yeah.
Because they will feed off that fear. They want people to be scared of them. So if you've got a screamer, the chances of you getting nice, clear information is slim. You'll get the nasty stuff that starts growling and all that sort of stuff. It's not. I'm not saying it's demonic or anything like that. It's just a nasty bastard of a spirit.
Yeah.
But as soon as you scream, they'll be there. They'll have some of that. Like Manu's just said, they feed off the fear and anxiety, and I think they do. If you've got a nervous person, normally you'll get a negative-ish spirit come through if you get one come through, because it just does it. The atmosphere changes when that person's in. I mean, I've known of investigations where you've had people who are dismissing it from the very beginning, and you've had nothing happen, and the moment they leave, it goes mad.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that in person, but I've heard numerous different groups say the same thing. And it's energy. It's just, these spirits use our energy to build up their energy to manifest, to be able to talk to us. They can't just unless they're a very powerful spirit. They can't just do it. They have to get the energy of something, and normally it's us. So,
well, the thing is, when we were in Cannock, every time we turned the torch on, the EMF was going off, and we asked if it's getting because we couldn't figure it out, because every time we turned it off on, it would stop and then start again. And I said, "Are you using the energy from the torch?" And the ball flashed.
there you go. I have to admit, I have looked at one of them EMF pumps. Have you heard about them?
No.
They're basically little pumps that you put it down, you click it, and it pumps out electromagnetic field.
Oh, right, okay.
The only problem
wow.
is with it though, REM pods, K2s, anything that detects electromagnetic fields are pretty much deemed useless.
Yeah, because then obviously it'll be setting them off left, right, and centre.
Because you're basically pumping out a 3-foot bubble of electromagnetic field.
Yeah.
But if you've got EVPs going or cat balls, because cat balls aren't affected by the EMF, the activity may increase on that. But they do, it's, it pumps the air. It's positively charged. Same with Teslas. Little Tesla coils are meant to do the same thing, meant to be brilliant for that sort of thing. But to get a portable one isn't cheap.
Yeah.
But they do the same thing. It's basically charging the air, giving the spirits energy to take in, manifest, to be able to communicate. But you've got to keep it positive. That's another thing I'd say to somebody starting off investigating. Stay positive. Don't show fear. Stay positive. Because the problem is when you start panicking, you lose all rational thoughts.
Yeah.
So where you would normally go, oh, that's a knock, oh, that's that. Or knock, oh, that's that.
See, I'm the opposite. I am. If I hear a knock, I'm like, oh, do it again, or do it again. Like, I don't get scared. I just get more intrigued.
But
like,
but you get
every time I
excited.
something.
The exciting energy builds up.
Yeah.
But the amount of
'Cause I just
people,
want-
the amount
just
of people
want
that will
more.
hear bang and they'll go, ah. And
Yeah.
we've all seen it. We've all seen it. It's like the jump scares on films. We've all seen it.
I'm more scared of the living when I'm on these investigations than the actual dead.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'd rather deal with the dead than the living most of the time. To be fair, which is quite scared. What's this? Bev, when I lived with my mum before I got married, I heard my dad's voice really clear, even though he'd passed away years before. That's very much what I was saying with my nan and my sister, looking out for you. That's not a bad thing. Did you ever try talking to him, Bev? Did you ever ask him questions? The scariest and weirdest thing was when I was living with Mum and we were in the kitchen together doing the dishes and we heard a voice coming from the living room asking for me. Okay, yeah, that would freak me out a little bit. I hate that when spirits call your name.
I just want to know what's lined up for this quiz so I can...
oh, yeah.
So
I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that in a sec. I'm literally going to be loading that up. Anything. I'll do that. I will load that up now then. Right, let me quickly change to that screen just in case it pops up. Because I need to load it up on a different screen. That's all. Right. Right. this quiz, we now got a quiz, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the final part of the. Oh, I've got. This will be the final. That's it. We got a quiz. Right, let me find it. Doo-doo-doo. So we've got 10 questions in this quiz. I think it's that I need to go on. Yes, it is. Here we go. Right. My quiz is the one. Right, boom. Where's that gone? There it is. That. Right. On your screens.
Ah.
Right. On your screen, on the right hand side of the stream, about halfway up, there should be a little square that says quiz kit.
Yeah.
If you hover over it, and it will give you an option. And guys, if you're watching in chat, do the same so I know who's answered and who hasn't. So you highlight over it, and you'll have 3 options. You'll have add to my channel, build an extension, or manage access even. So you click on the manage access and grant it permission. So hover over the little tag on the halfway up on the right hand side. YouTube people, unfortunately, you can't do this. On mobile, look to the right corner of the chat. So you click on it, manage access, grant access. Actually, if I do that, you can see it then. There you go. I put it on screen so you can actually see what you've got to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Manu, if when you answer a question, just make a note of your number, because you'll all get a name and a number. Just make a note of it, just so because if you manage accent, it should, in theory, say your name on the leaderboard. It may not, but it should do. It should do. So, right, here we go. Right, I've even got a picture for this. What piece of equipment is this? A REM pod, a thermostat, a digital recorder, or a K2 meter?
It's come up with the question of what is this common instrument used in
Yeah,
investigation?
you click on what your answer is.
Yeah, got it.
Right. So once everyone's clicked, it may not, Bev. The quiz stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm giving you a bit of time. I might have to redo that question again. To be fair, I'll go back and redo it again. I didn't realise it went that quick. Right, start quiz. So you're gonna have to answer again, but you've had a little bit more to.
I think just trying to cheat, mate.
Oh, I ain't cheating. Christ, believe me, I ain't cheating. Right, is everyone ready? Is everyone ready in chat?
Yes.
The big screen.
IconjureTV are ready. Are you ready? Is everyone ready in chat? If so, I will do the first question. Like I say, you can answer it. Just you've got to remember when it comes up on screen, just to make a note of your number, because it will say contestant number 4792121 or something like that. If it doesn't say your name, it's still not working. Bev, if you click on the answer on the screen, it should work. Just make a note of the number when it's done. So, what is this current instrument? From the little picture here. K2 meter, digital recorder, REM pod, or thermostat. I conjure, if you guys don't get all these right, I'm going to be very, very disappointed, by the way.
Me.
They're not all about equipment,
No
though. They're not all about equipment, though. I have put a couple of doozies in there.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. So everyone who wants to play, click on the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's waiting for us.
Right. And it was K2. All 6 of you are playing got it right. Lovely. That is what I like to see.
Yes.
Now let's ramp it up.
We
Next
need Who Wants to Be a
question.
Millionaire?
Oh, I
thingy.
should do. What does EVP stand for? And there are the options. Electronic voice phenomena, exciting visual evidence, electrical varied pressure, electrical voice phonics. There's no pictures on the rest of the stuff. The rest of the stuff's just questions. That's fine, Bev. That's fine. Jot down your answers, and I will trust you when you tell me how many you've got.
I'm trying to cover my answer so Chris can't copy off me.
I don't copy.
E.T. versus Predator. Now that's a film I want to see. E.T. versus Predator. That'd be an interesting one. Right, and the answer is electronic voice phenomenon. Oh, 4 of you got it right. I'm impressed with them 4. 2 people. Close. I'll give you that.
Chris got it wrong.
Chris got it.
I didn't.
Chris.
He didn't really.
What type of haunting involves the spirit repeating the same action over and over? Infestation, possession, active, or residual? It's all good fun. See, it's not a bad little thing. I'm going to have to iron out the bugs, and I might have to get Scott to help his mum get this working on the iPad. Right.
Kim got this wrong. She clicked dancing.
He's
It's
just
not even one
jealous
of the
because
options.
he's
Dancing.
having to Google all the questions.
No.
Right. And the answer is residual. All 6 of you got it right.
Oh,
That's what I
yeah.
like to see. This is what I like to see. Right. Question 4. How am I doing with our quiz hosting?
I like it. I
like
just
it,
think we're missing the background music. That is it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's great.
What is the original German meaning of the word poltergeist? Bright spirit, violent spirit, seductive spirit, or noisy spirit? See, now I know if you guys all get it right, I'm going to crank the difficulty up so hard in the next one. There is one that's like, I wonder if I could get some music going in the background. No, I don't think. No, I won't, because it will probably get muted on YouTube. Don't worry, they do get harder. Don't worry. Don't worry, Chris and Kim.
Oh,
I have put a couple of curveballs going in there.
I'm
not
sweating
worried.
now, mate.
I'm chilled as a cucumber.
Oh,
Sweating bucket.
there we go. Now who got that wrong out of you two then?
Both of us picked noisy. See, I don't get that.
Dear.
Though. Why did he say
dear.
noisy?
Oh dear.
Poltergeist always comes across violent.
Oh
Yeah, they
dear.
do.
The more
Oh.
violent the noisy. I mean, the noise just comes with the violence. So I
Yeah,
just
but
get violence.
it's the original
Chucking
German.
stuff around.
It's the. By the way, guys, follow these guys on YouTube.
We know nothing about poltergeist.
As long as you haven't got poltergeist to. As long as you
Yeah,
haven't
okay.
got poltergeist to deal with, then you're fine. Oh dear. Question
We
5.
don't know nothing about poltergeist.
Yeah,
You
nothing about
can't say
poltergeist, but the rest of it. I can't say poltergeist. What does the term EMF stand for? Electronic magnifying field, electronic magnetic field, electronic mounted fence, or electromagnetic field? So that's electronic magnifying field, electronic magnetic field.
I think it's elephants must fart. I
Elephants
think.
must fart. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
I have to admit, the electronics must fart meter is the most vital thing you're ever going to use in ghost hunting. To be honest, it's vital. It's a vital thing. Right, this will throw a few people out. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I did. Yeah. See, 4 of you got it right. Impressed so far.
Oh, yeah, we got that one right, brother.
Yeah. I'm impressed so far. Right, question 6. What is the study of the paranormal officially called? Parapsychology, paranomia, ghostology, or paranormality? I'm not going to repeat it because I struggled to say it once. Oh, they've gone quiet now. This is it. They're concentrating now.
Did it?
Good.
Boom.
I'm asking the kids.
To be fair, they probably know more than us.
Wow. We know naffle about poltergeist. And probably paranormal now.
Oh, like I say, I've put a few curveballs in. And the answer is... Oh. Only 2 people got it right.
Oh.
So one of you got it wrong. Unless you were the 2 that got it right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we got it right.
Of course. We're blitzing this.
Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the scores. So far, Scotty Loadingson is walking it.
He's cheating. He's cheating.
Walking it.
I think
Scotty
it's
the
glitched. It's glitched, mate. You're going to have to redo it.
Walking it.
No, Scotty's cheating.
Nah.
I'm not having that.
To be fair, you got to look after your fans. You got to look after your fans. You're sending them the answers, aren't you? That's what it says.
When was the first Ouija board invented?
Oh.
1890, 1525, 1660, or 1955?
I thought it was like 2 years ago.
I told you I put a couple of curveballs in it.
2021, isn't it?
2021. Yeah. I have to admit, out of all the people, I was very surprised Scott is top. I really am genuinely shocked.
That's because you're telling him.
He's clearly paying attention. He's clearly paying attention. Oh no! Oh, I'm not. Believe me, I'm not.
No, fair play, Scotty. Fair play, mate.
He. To be fair, he's obviously listening. And the answer to that is 1890. 3 of you got that right. I'm actually very impressed that 3 of you got that right. Very
Smashed
much.
it.
I went for 1660 because I thought of all the bloody whatchamacallits that they do, the what did they used to do, all that seances and all that lot, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, funny enough, I thought that. You'd expect it to be like earlier, a lot earlier, because of the whole seances. But they didn't use Ouija boards.
Yeah.
Which, you know, a lot of people don't realise. Which of these is not a type of ghost?
A poltergeist.
A banshee, a shadow person, a crisis apparition, or a heme?
I've called my missus a banshee before. And she's bawling at the kids.
Seriously? So basically, he calls me a banshee and I could potentially just mean I'm a ghost?
Well,
when we're doing the bed, she does wear the bed sheets sometimes over her head.
Oh dear. I did have it written down on what a heme actually was, because a lot of people have never heard of it. Believe it or not. Let me find it to see if anyone.
If I've just clicked a heme because Chris told me click a heme and I'm wrong, I'm going to punch him in his face.
You're right, because a heme is not a type of ghost.
Is a heme another version of a shiwi?
It is a form of spirit. It is a form of spirit.
Have you ever heard of a shiwi?
I'm trying to think what it's known. I think it's something that it's like a crisis. It's like a crisis apparition type thing, but it's not officially classed as a ghost. Right, question 9. 2 questions away. What is the name of the group which haunts Pendle Hill? The Pendle Elves, the Pendle Witches, the Pendle Knights, or the Pendle Kings? And yet again, everyone goes quiet.
Dun, 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 dun.
Do, do,
do, do, do, do.
We haven't quite reached that point yet.
No,
a
bit premature on that one.
Very, very premature.
Pendle Hill is a set of hills.
Made out of
Basically,
pens.
but
It's a hill.
it's a hill. It's a hill range. So it's quite an old area. Well, I suppose it's all old areas, I guess, isn't it?
I was just thinking that's just been there as
Well,
long as it. The rest
You
of it.
you
for
all got
UK.
it right. You all got it right. So
Yay!
Boom.
yeah. Right. Final question.
I'm just in DMs with Scotty. You
Right.
follow me?
This question, if you guys get this right, then you're my kind of people. Because this is not like, you know.
No pressure then, eh?
What ghost encountered in Ghostbusters was a focused, non-terminal repeating phantasm or a class 5 full roaming vapor?
Well, that's me out of this one because I don't like Ghostbusters. It's a load of rubbish.
Was it Slimer, Gozer, the Library Ghost, or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? I love Ghost. I was going to play the trailer as I started the stream.
Someone at Chris's work gave him a Ghostbusters badge because they've found out about us doing the ghost hunting.
And I
He
went
walks-
out with
That's
pride.
epic.
I was going to say he
Yeah.
walks around. He walks around
Yeah.
with his
I
Ghostbuster
would.
badge on.
I've got a Ghostbusters fleece.
Wow. I've
Oh,
actually
do you know what?
used our
I will
logo
get
into
it.
a Ghostbuster.
I will get the Ghostbusters fleece while this is waiting to do it. Hold
You
on,
have
please.
to.
I will. Hold on.
Go on.
How is everyone tonight? Just while your friend's not here, he's gone get his jumper or
I
whatever.
could not help but laugh at you, man, for saying, holy shit, I guessed, and you hate Scott.
Oh, and also, did someone ask about the Shrewsbury prison? Because we have done Shrewsbury prison, and we did that with Most Haunted. But they had so many people there that every time we asked out for anything, literally we just got walked past, or people coming down the stairs, or we just couldn't do it. So we left at that point and gave up because there was just too many people around.
Yeah, that was Bev52, mother, that mentioned that.
You know the I don't know, is Bev still here?
Yeah, she is.
You mentioned like the Spodeworks. Is that still actually open in Stoke? Like the actual building, or is it the museum thing that you're on about? Because I've just had a quick look. Because we are going to ring around a few places this week, aren't we, to see where we can do like an
We are.
investigation or whatever.
Right. I'm back. Right.
There you go. We've just filled your shoes
I'm
for
proud
you
of
for
this. I
a bit,
wear this all the time.
chatting
The
to your
chat have
mates.
said we should take over Paranormal
Right.
Shadow. I put you as a backing dancer, they've said. I don't.
Ghostbusters jumpsuit with Spangler. Right.
You
and on the
have
back.
to move your cam.
Oh yeah,
Put
we
it on
can't
back.
see because
I've got Slimer right in front of your face.
You wouldn't believe how proud I am of that.
When the answers, well, the variety of answers drop, we couldn't see your camera.
Could you not?
No.
So I've just run back in and showed everything, and there's people can't see it. Oh, 3 people got it right actually. Quite impressed with that.
Yeah, Slimer.
Yeah. Right.
yeah, can't see your camera because we've got the questions in front of you.
Okay. Oh, that's shows final results. Here we go.
Drum roll, please.
Scotty Lodinson.
Yay!
Scotty Lodinson has won. Kim has come second. Shelwich has come third. And well, that's that.
We don't talk about that.
I've got to admit, I'm impressed that Scott won that. I'm not going to lie.
To be fair, Chris hasn't been into it for as long as me, so I'll let him off.
That's the nicest thing she said with the 7-8 years we've been together.
And I think that's the only thing I've actually seen Scott win for a long time. And yeah, and this was built. This was it was a gift that I wear that hoodie all the time. Anyway, that was a bit of fun. That was a bit of a Scott wins.
yeah.
Scott wins oxygen. That's
Show us the hoodie.
shows the hoodie again. Right, so this is the front. So it's the basic jumpsuit with Spangler because Egon is the king.
Oh wow.
And on the back, and I have worn this down the shop, by the way, just, is a proton pack on the back.
Nice.
Yeah, must have cheated. No, I can say I can say that Scott was not informed of any of the questions or any of the answers. I think he's just very good at guessing. I'll have to think of. I'll sort a prize out for you, Scott. I'm not quite sure what.
I really enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah, I'll do another one, which will be a lot harder.
You're alright.
So yeah, and that was brought to me as a birthday present by Shell Witch in chat.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that. It's great. So yeah, that about wraps it up for today's stream. Is there anything that you two would like to discuss? Any future investigations you've got coming up that you want to talk about, or?
Well, we're just going to have a ring around a few locations this week, see what we can get in the bag for the future. We've got we're going to be for the Stokies in the chat, because I think you've got a couple, haven't you?
Yeah, Bev, Scott, and Kiki, but I don't know if Kiki's still in the chat. Yeah,
so these guys might know we're investigating a pub in Dresden in a few weeks' time. That's known to have like an old landlady there that haunts the place, and so yeah, a few Stokey based investigations coming up hopefully.
I will sort out probably be closer to the end of the year, like November time, because of work and stuff going on, about trying to get up to Stoke and sorting out an investigation with you guys.
Yeah, 100%.
And by then the sun starts going down, and it'll be darker a lot sooner, so you can get on to the good stuff without having to wait for the sun to go down.
Scotty's just said the Leopard. We are going to ring the owner of the Leopard this week, hopefully, because a man's brought it and he's hopefully turning it into flats, apparently. So
oh, no.
we want, yeah, I know, exactly. So we want to try and contact him and see if we can get in before he starts doing all this building work. So I'm hoping he says yes, but we shall see.
That's the problem. People don't... the problem is that could actually make it worse.
Well, exactly, and I wouldn't like to be living in a flat in the Leopard pub, let's put it that way.
Yeah, not if is it violent haunting, or is it just someone that like a little Peggy Mitchell type thing?
When Most Haunted went, they had a doll sitting in the hallway. They had doors slamming, like all in one go. So it's never hurt anyone, but it's quite dominating, if that makes sense.
Yeah, see, it's never hurt anyone at the moment, but the moment you start knocking down our pub, all of a sudden, hang on, that's like kicking a violent ball in the nuts and saying it wasn't. I ain't done nothing.
Especially because it's been untouched since like years. They haven't done anything to the hotel side of it, and that's where they are going to be doing all the renovations. And
the fact you've got the disturbing of the bricks. So if it is a residual spirit, then that could just bring it out even more potentially as well. So a lot on the cards, guys in chat. Make sure that you are following these. Make sure you are following. You have to follow. It doesn't cost anything to sub. It doesn't cost anything to sub, but it means the world to these guys. So make sure you go in, sub, watch the videos, enjoy the videos, click the like button, because it does make a difference. Yeah, I've only just started on YouTube, and I know now that I know it makes a difference. So make sure that you guys hit like. I will put the link one more time in chat. Make sure you hit that follow. And
thank you.
Yeah, not sure when the next chat will be or what it will be about. I haven't decided yet. Is there any subjects that you two would like, that you think you'd like to sort of throw out there and have a conversation about when it comes to the paranormal? It doesn't have to be specifically about spirits. It could be anything paranormal related.
I haven't really got a clue, to be honest. I just kind of go off what you suggest.
Fair enough.
I suppose at the time of the stream, we may bring some evidence with us that hasn't been seen yet, and just show you a clip or two.
I am more than happy to pick through your evidence for you.
Because you have looked after us, so I'm sure we can show you.
I like picking through evidence.
I know you do.
What was your first experience? Oh, now do you want to do... Now, Do you want to do that now quickly, or did you want to do a stream based on previous experiences?
See, I haven't got a whole lot of them. Obviously, like the ones that have the bits and bobs that we've got on camera now. But like like people can be like, oh yeah, I saw this at that place, but in all honesty, I haven't ever seen anything. I've experienced things like that you see on the videos, but I've never actually seen anything. And I think that's what intrigues me the most, because I'm not saying that it's ghosts that we're communicating with. Is it energy? Is it ghosts? Is it people living alongside us in a different sort of plane? Or there's so many different things that are unexplained, and that's what interests me the most, is the unexplained.
And the thing is, man, you just said that for next ideas, so we could.
Yeah, I mean, what we could do for the next one is you guys would have to send it to me in advance.
Yeah.
I won't watch it, but it's purely so it's on the computer. We could do a stream purely looking over your footage.
Yeah.
If you're happy for me and chat to pick over your work and help debunk if possible. If the chat want to see that, we can sort it out.
You won't be able to debunk because we already debunk ourselves.
I'd give it a bloody good go. To be fair, if I can't debunk it, I'll put my hands up and say, yeah, I can't explain that. Don't about that. Well, Manu's got some good ideas, so I'll have a word with Manu, get some of these ideas. Might even do sort of like a Q&A type thing.
Yeah, I mean, we do go live on Facebook and TikTok every investigation. We try and engage that way as well. So if you stick around for that, you can engage with us then and probably pull it into the next I don't know what you call these paranormal chat podcast streams.
I call it podcast, but it's basically it's paranormal chat. I mean, we've got the very tricky third trilogy chat. Next. I mean,
I've just realised we were gonna get Inspire on, not obviously this time, but we are.
Yeah, we will sort them out.
We'll try get them.
Yeah,
because they have been going a while and they know some stuff.
Yeah, they are really, really good guys.
Very, very good. And that's why I'd want them come to you, because you look after us, they all look after you. Honestly, they're dead good.
Yeah,
they've looked after us no end, haven't they?
Yeah, we'll get them on. That's fine. I'm happy with that. We'll get them on. This will be a common thing. This isn't going to be a couple and I disappear. This will be going on until I get bored. And I'm not bored at the moment. It's, if anything, I want it to grow and grow and grow and grow and keep going.
The thing is, we're only going to get better, mates, and obviously with the interviews and stuff, these podcasts that we do with you, we'll bring it to you what we find. Obviously, it'll be on YouTube, but
like you say, if we can do something together, you can put that on your streams.
Yeah,
and, what I mean?
I mean, I think if we can find places that got good signal, then I will try doing a bit of a stream, maybe pre-investigation.
Yeah, see, because that's, this is what we do. We go, like, every investigation that we go on, we do Facebook Lives.
Yeah.
So that we can get more of the viewers sort of like, commenting, and, it gets people more interested because they're there at that time with you then, aren't they, as well? So.
Yeah, and as Manu said, there may be something that we spot that you've missed.
That's
yeah,
it?
Exactly.
So
and Bev also said, let us all know how you get on with the Ghost Hunters of Stoke when we go to the museum, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So we're going there on Wednesday, but we can, I think I'll post about that on Facebook and stuff, but we can also discuss it, can't we, again?
Yeah, stick it on Twitter as well, because then I can retweet it and just sort of mention that it's something that the people that have watched the stream might want to tune in and listen to and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did say this is going to be a monthly thing, didn't we? And
yes.
It has been monthly.
Yeah, it has been.
Last month, we've done this month.
It may be more than monthly. I haven't decided yet. At the moment, it's going to be monthly. But if I've got a good enough subject and I'm got enough to talk,
I'm down with that.
Then it may be more often. So yeah, we've got plenty to go on for the next time. We'll get Inspire on. We'll all three of us will grill them. So if you've got questions,
you
for this,
will get on with Ben. Trust me, he's a character.
I get on with most people, to be fair.
Oh, he's so funny. Honestly, he's crazy.
Funny.
Yeah, I get on most people, but we'll give them the usual welcome that we give everyone that comes onto the channel. yeah, we'll definitely get it going. I will let you know. But I want to thank everyone that's watched. Thank you, Manu, for going absolutely berserk with the subs and the bits. Well done, Scotty, on the quiz. Anyone that's gone onto YouTube and sub to IconjureTV, good on you. That is what I like to see. Make sure you all go and watch their videos. Don't just sub to them. Watch their videos. They're good investigations. There's some seriously good stuff there. So, you know, watch,
thank you.
like, comment. If you've got questions, either ask me on Twitter or YouTube, or ask these guys on YouTube. If you've got a question regarding something that they've captured, ask them.
Or better yet, DM Shadow and he'll ask us in the next one.
Yeah, or DM me and I'll add it to a list of questions. As long as it's not awkward. If it's awkward questions, I'll DM you before. And if there's anything you guys want to know, if there's anything interested you involving when it comes to spirits, and I would like to do a chat about demons and the whole demon theory, and you know what they are and all that sort of stuff. I would like to do an episode on that, but I don't think that'd be overly long, because I think that some of the footage and photos of exorcisms are a bit harrowing, and I don't know if a lot of people might get put off by that.
Yeah.
So,
and massive credit for you for setting this up, mate, with the questionnaire, the presentation. You put some effort into this.
I enjoy doing it. It's my thing. It's my thing.
It makes it all better for us, mate. We could just come in and just talk bollocks, but anyone
that watches my other streams will know that I just tend to just talk bollocks most of the time. This time I've got focus. So, but yeah, thank you for everyone for coming along. Thank you, Iconjure, for joining me again.
No problem. Anytime.
And yeah, thank you very much. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye, everyone.